versus the Soviet Union, and for the first time in this tournament, Bobby Smith will skate to center ice, the fine centerman with the Ottawa 67s who's been injured through the early going, and from the face-off at center ice, it's cleared down the ice into the Soviet zone. Fetisov clearing it back out to center ice, leading the rush. Езовских over the line. Езовskih takes a shot. It drifts over the top of the net and into the corner, and Team Canada coming back. Smith off his stick at center ice. It rolls down into the Soviet zone, and Fetisov has it once again. He tried to clear it away, and Bobby Smith intercepted that one, and the puck is deep inside the Soviet end. Now cleared out to center ice off the stick of Rьянов. Over the line now, a shot by Езовскih. It goes into the corner, picked up for Team Canada by Ryan Walter to the boards on the far side. Good hit in there, and the shot that is wide of the net comes all the way to the blue line, and Walter clearing it out past Bobby Smith at center ice. Walter tried to get it again. Back in over the line is Rьянов. He takes a shot. It's deflected into the corner. After it is Ryan Walter. He leaves it in the corner. Brad Marsh standing behind the net now for Team Canada. We're just underway here in the Quebec Colosseum. Canada versus the Soviet Union as Ryan Walter brings it to center ice, clears it down over the line, and it's taken on the boards on the far side. Gartner cleared it right past Smith, and the Soviets start back again. Paramonov over the blue line, a shot, and hanging on to it there is goaltender Al Jensen for the faceoff. Again, there's Al Jensen, by the way. He's a veteran. He played with the St. Catharines Spin Cups, as they were called last year, in the World Junior Championship. They are now back in Hamilton. And Jensen, one of the fine goaltenders in the OHA. Team Canada last year in the World Championships finished second to the Soviets, won the silver medal. From the face-off now, outside the blue line, bringing it down the right boards, and over the line is Rick Vive. Vive working to the corner. It's checked off his stick. Patrick Дейли. Дейli into the corner. Vive after it. Vive working it along the boards. Gets it out in front. Intended for Rick Pатерсон. That failed to work. And the Soviets get it back out to center ice. Huber, another one of the veterans from last year's World Junior squad, to MacKrimmon out at center ice. It's intercepted out there. And turning with it is Makarov. Back into his own end. Number 18, Makarov, dropping it off. Starikov to Makarov. Out to center ice now, leading the rush over the line, Gurdjieff dropping it back, kept inside the blue line by Skurdyuk. He takes a shot that's wide of the net. Huber in the corner. Huber to MacKrimmon. Up along the boards on the left side, right past Patrick Дейli, and down over the blue line. It's called on the icing.
One thing that the fans at home might look for is the way the Soviet defensemen, once the puck is inside the Team Canada zone, how they like to press right up. They'll run right down, try and check a winger almost to the dot, and have to be backed up by their forwards. And it's just a little bit of a contest if the forward can get the puck by them, then fortunately Team Canada may get the break, but they have to get there first. But they like to press down with their defensemen from the blue line.
Face-off will be inside the Team Canada zone. And the Gretzky line is out there now. It's from the face-off. It's shoveled back into the slot, trying to get a shot away. It was Tukmakov, but he was unable to. Gretzky working his way through traffic out to MacKegni at center ice. MacKegni breaking down over the line to Babbage. His shot is just wide. Down goes MacKegni as he tried for the rebound against the boards, and it's picked off there by Zubkov. Zubkov, watch this man. Alan Eagleson said he's one of the fine prospects in world hockey as it's cleared down the ice, called on the icing, and another face-off. The referee in the game here at the Quebec Coliseum is Wolf Lindgren, the linesman Paul Flaherty, and Skip Trumbull. From the face-off now, inside the zone, MacKegni, number 7, against the boards for Canada. They pin it in there, and it's called for another face-off. Of course, the big story is this Gretzky line. There's MacKegni right there of the Kingston Canadians, a native of Sarnia. And they have played so well, and they were put together as a unit just for the Soviet exhibition game, and they have been together ever since and just been scoring in great bunches. From the face-off, here's Gretzky, trying to get loose in front of the net. It's cleared out to center ice. Knocked down out there. Working along the boards is Hартсбурg, and as he crosses the red center line, he clears it into the Soviet end. Bolshakov around to the far side. Fetisov on the boards on this side, out to Rьянов. Rьянov now gets it over. Fetisov leading the rush. Number 3 for the Soviets, over the line. Trying to clear it into the area in front of the net. It's intercepted, and then Rьянov takes it around the net. Jams it in front. It's loose there. Jensen's down. He hangs on.
Well, everybody that we've talked to is talking about Wayne Gretzky, and of course he's played terrific hockey, and I think Wayne is really doing a lot to sell junior hockey in Canada, and I'm sure that even after this tournament is over, there are going to be a lot of people. Here we have a replay, the Soviet player coming right around the net, trying to squeeze it in. Jensen holding right on the post, the Soviet player in front of the net trying to get it there, but Young made sure that he covered him when he wasn't able to get the chance on goal.
All right, for the face-off now, Team Canada leading the rush, coming out of their own end. That's Rэмedj at center ice. He shoots it in, and back to get it for the Soviets, Bushakov. Bushakov at his own end, working it along the boards. Rьянов out to center ice. It rolls free, but Vарянов has it. Vарянов taking a shot wide of the net, and Jensen stepping out. Clears it to the boards on the far side. Stan Schmiel for Team Canada. Rink wide. The pass goes behind Kurt Fraser, but he retrieves it and clears it into the Soviet end. Fetisov is back there. Fetisov clearing it to the blue line, intercepted at the line by Rэмedj. He's waiting for his mates to get onside, and he let it roll over the blue line. Called on the offside, and the faceoff will be outside the Soviet line. So the Soviets make a change. By the way, they have a man, number 15, we'll watch for him, named Anatoly Tarasov. We must say at this juncture he is not related to the great Soviet coach, one of the finest coaches, I guess, in history in hockey. He's certainly one of the great innovators, but he is named after him. The youngster plays with Torpedo, one of the other Moscow teams. The puck is cleared out in front of the Team Canada net. Soviets controlling it. It's drifted wide of the net against the boards on the far side, and working his way out to the line is Schmiel. Out to center ice, the pass for Kurt Fraser over the line intended for Tambellini, and it's knocked down. Still inside the line. Now right in front. Here's a shot. It's blocked by the defense. Another shot that goes wide, and Tishnik is out of his net, and he hangs on. The face-off to the left of the Soviet goal. From the face-off, Gartner takes a whack at it, but it was poked away from him and brought to center ice for the Soviets by Gudiev. He comes over the line. It's taken away from him, and out back comes Ryan Walter. Long shot, cleared into the corner by Tishnik. Against the boards on this side. Tarasov beating it out to center ice. Gudiev at center ice now, over the line. Gudiev trying to stick-handle his way through the defense. It rolls into the corner where Skudjuk has it. Skudjuk loses the puck as it's out to center ice. Leading the rush is Gartner over the line. Beats it off to the boards on this side and wheeling it into the corner, Bobby Smith. Gartner looking for a man out in front. Gartner into the corner. Gartner still with that puck, trying to beat it back out in front. Walter goes after it in the corner, number 14 for Canada. He's the team captain. Out to the point, and MacCrimmon keeps it in and beats it to the far boards. After it for the Soviets, Starikov. He clears it to the blue line, and it's brought to center ice for the Soviet Union. It is Makarov. Makarov trying to work to the line, lost the puck, and clearing it in is Kojevnikov. And back to get it, number 34 for Team Canada, Brad MacCrimmon. MacCrimmon from the Brandon Wheat Kings. Starting out for Team Canada. Now at center ice, MacCrimmon leading the rush, crosses the line and fed it off the heel of the skate of Gersimov, and the Soviets come right back in again. Kojevnikov takes a shot. He's wide of the net with that one, and on the boards it's Walter out to center ice now. Over the center line, clearing it in now, and after it in the corner for Team Canada, that's Bobby Smith against the boards. Pile up in there as one of the Soviet defensemen, Zubkov, went sliding into the puck. Back in over the line comes Tarasov. Wheeling it into the slot area. Zubkov trying to get a shot away. It's into the corner. Tukmakov ridden in against the board. Good heavy collision in there, and the puck is underneath a pile of players and called for a faceoff.
Well, actually, the puck was still free, and this is one thing that's typical of some European referees. Ulf Lindgren from Sweden, anytime that puck gets loose around the boards and there's a little bit of a collision, even though the puck may be free, they blow the whistle to try and prevent any extra hits or somebody coming in late to cause a little bit of a commotion. They like to blow that whistle early in the corners.
Vарянов doing the face-off honors for the Soviets against Rick Patterson. It's against the boards and brought out to center ice. Leading the rush now is Vibe. Vibe double line. What a great look. It's set. He shoots. Oh, and he shot wide. Vibe, as he got over the blue line, made a fine move, but then couldn't put it on the net. Patterson bringing it back now, shooting it back into the Soviet end. Voshikov at his own end, rink wide. Fetisov out to center ice. Taken by Vарянов. He loses it back in over the line now. And a good hit just as he crossed the line as Vibe was upended. And it's whistled offside, a face-off outside the Soviet line.
Well, that was interesting because Vibe really put a move on Fetisov the first time, put the puck underneath his stick, Then the second time he had the puck, Pedersen made the good play, playing the man's body and forcing the offside.
So the face-off will be outside the blue line. And again, it'll be Rick Paterson of the Cornwall Royals facing off. He misses the draw against Varyanov, and the Soviets bring it down over the line, but it's taken as they come back by Дейли. Дейli beats it around the boards, and we're going to have a penalty called against Team Canada. So Craig Hартсbурg is off for slashing at 6:36. The Soviets have the power play going now, and they have at center ice Guryev, Alexander Guryev. Their right winger is Sergei Makarov, and on the left wing is Kojevnikov. That's Alexander Kojevnikov, one of the biggest players on the Soviet team. From the face-off now, Makarov against the boards, trying to beat it in front. Team Canada in the box right now. He's got nowhere to put that puck. Now takes a shot himself. It's loose in front, all kinds of traffic in there, and it's shoveled off to the goal, but it was covered up by the Soviets and Team Canada's defense long enough for the whistle to go.
Well, it's interesting to note that Guryev, number 9, the Soviet center, is the only right shot. You see him move from center right to the far side. Here they are in the box. He's trying to put it through to Guryev. You see him there being able to shoot on the right just off the side of the net, and there's Jensen killing the puck. But they like to get it through to the man on his forehand to shoot quickly.
From the face-off now against the boards on the far side, Fetisov circling back to the blue line. Now over to this side, Makarov, he's the wheel man apparently, takes the shot himself and goes off the leg of Brad Marsh and into the corner on the far side. Now back out to the blue line, Fetisov from the blue line, getting set. Fetisov beating it to the boards on the far side now, trying to set up a man. Now out to the point, Starikov into the corner. Again, we've got it at Makarov, and he lost it against the boards, and it's cleared down the ice. One as he knocked it down was Schmiel, and he just brought it to the line and then shot it in off the Soviet defenseman. Schmiel gets a good hand as he laid it on one of the Soviet defensemen. It's cleared out to center ice. Skudjuk over the line. It's intercepted and cleared right back in. Offside. They say a player was trapped inside the blue line. An argument on that. Face-off will come in the center ice area.
Well, there we see Punch McLean running the Team Canada bench, and he's really done a great job with this hockey club. They're certainly playing the positions well, coming back on the side, playing very well defensively, and of course they've got a lot of offensive talent to put the puck in the net.
From the face-off now, Bobby Smith, the big centerman from the Ottawa 67s, fails to win the draws. The Soviets, Gersimov, try to get it over the line. Gersimov, number 16 on the far boards, feeds it back to his own defense. Working along the blue line, that's Paramonov. Out to Gersimov. Tukmakov over the line now, trying to get set is Gersimov against the boards. Back out to the blue line. Here's a shot right on, and Jensen kicks it into the corner with 32 seconds left in the penalty. It's cleared down the ice. Tishnik out of his net now. Leaves it at the side of the net. Zubkov along the boards behind the net to Paramonov. Along the boards to the blue line, but not out, as Gersimov drops it back. Now it's at center ice, working over the line, Kojevnikov. Kojevnikov against the boards, ridden in there very neatly by Brad Marsh, and the puck is cleared down the ice. That should be it, as there are 8 seconds remaining in the power play. Hартсбурg preparing to get back on now, as Paramonov starts it out. Drop back there for Kojevnikov. Kojevnikov at center ice. Trying to hit the line. He does. He's inside Team Canada territory. Flips it over top of the net. Against the boards. Gersimov. He's ridden out of the play. Back out to the point. A shot that goes off a stick deflected into the corner. And Brad Marsh is after it in there. And he'll hold it for the face-off.
Marsh making the good play at that point because they, well, here we have a little scuffle there in the corner. A little pushing going on. And Marsh making the good play in the corner. Hартсбурg would just come on from the penalty, had to stay on the ice because the puck was in the Team Canada end, holding that puck against the boards so they could get a complete change and get the 3 forwards out there.
Right now the Soviet Union has outshot Canada by a 5-1 margin. Now out to center ice comes Team Canada. Babbage trying to flip it in over the line. It pops over the glass. We call for a face-off in the center ice area. So 5-1 the shots on goal margin. The Soviet Union taking it to Canada a little bit here in the early going. And we have the Gretzky line out there now that includes Babbage on the right wing and left winger MacKegni. And the defensive pairing with MacKrimmon on one point. and Willie Huber on the other. Is from the face-off. Now they try to work it to the line. Huber controls it, gives to MacKegni. MacKegni trying to flip it over the line to Gretzky, and it hopped over his stick. Gretzky goes in into the boards after it. Huber takes a shot. It drifts wide of the net. Moving in after it at the blue line is MacKrimmon, but he couldn't catch it before it crossed the line. He'll have to regroup his men now. MacKrimmon shooting it in. Going after it behind the net. Fedosov for the Soviets. Along the boards, it's kept in by Huber, and he laid a good check there on the Soviet forward as he was coming out with his head down. Now, trying to get out. Bring it right back in now is Gretzky. Gretzky trying to stick handle his way through it. He centers that back. Gretzky, and he said he shoots. And the Soviet goaltender is still loose in there as Babbage tried to get a whack at it. And the Soviets bring it back out to center ice. Four of those great Gretzky moves. As over the line comes Езовских. He rolls it in front of the net. And turning and bringing it right back out again, it's MacKegni at center ice. The pass was relayed, intended for Gretzky, intercepted. Now going after it is Babbage to Gretzky. Gretzky controlling that puck inside the blue line. Gretzky had it roll off the end of his stick. And he was dumped. Rьянов bringing it to center ice. Over the line for the Soviets, Zubkov. Zubkov rolling it in front of the net now, getting set. Here's a shot by Makarov. That deflected over top of the net. And Team Canada with MacKrimmon leading the rush. Ahead for MacKegni. MacKegni with Gretzky. Gretzky gets the pass, relays it into the Soviet end. MacKegni going in after it. He goes into the corner. It's kept in there. Fedosov. Fedosov clearing it straight up ice to center ice. Skorjuk over the line. He loses control of it as he hits the line, and Team Canada coming back. A long, late pass. Over the line comes Дейли. Дейli getting set in front of the net. He shoots.
Quickly went down the side. Actually was pushed, but here he is moving around the defender, coming in his backhand again. That's about the third or fourth time in this series we've seen good backhand goals by Дейli. But he moved wide, took the long pass. Actually was just outside. He took the pass, went wide on the defenseman, put it up on his backhand.
Patrick Дейli, who plays with the Laval Nationals, as a matter of fact, was a line mate for last year and on a line with the fellow who right now is #1 in the Rookie of the Year running in the National Hockey League, Mike Bossy. On his own now, and he did a fine job there. Patterson draws an assist. And Young. So the Soviets are underway now as they start out of their own end. The puck is out at center ice. Over the line now. Into the boards on the far side. Down goes Gurdjieff as Team Canada trying to control it. 1-0. Canada is leading now as it's brought out to center ice. Kasatonov turning with it. It's dropped back into the Soviet zone. Starikov beating it ahead. Number 12 there is Skorjuk, and he is checked as he was trying to get free of the checking of Pатерсон. It's dropped back into the Soviet end once again. Starikov in his own end, starting out, and he put the pass right on Patrick Дейli's stick. Дейli will beat it back into his own end for Hартсбурg. Hартсбурg back of his own net. Hартсбурg. He'll wait now as turning back is Pатерсон, but Hартсбурg will lead the rush himself to the blue line. Hартсбурg still with it, feeds it straight up ice. Icing will be the call here as it goes all the way down into the Soviet Union zone.
And so Canada has a 1-0 lead thanks to the goal from Pat Дейli.
Well, Team Canada leads by a 1-0 margin. Дейli from Young and Pатерson at 10:39. Face-off deep in the Team Canada end. From the face-off, cleared around the boards by Rэмedж. Along the boards out to center ice, and it just relayed down to the Soviet blue line. The Soviets control there. Paramonov. Rink wide. That's intercepted. Tambullini skating in the center ice area. Tambullini working across the center line, clears it in, and digging after it for Team Canada, Stan Schmiel, but the Soviets beat him to it. It's cleared right to the blue line. Here's Rэмedž with a shot. The goaltender was completely screened on it, and Rob Rэмedž, I believe, scored from the blue line.
Well, that's what happens when the puck goes back to the point. Actually, it was a very high shot, one type of shot you don't usually like to have. Here we see Tambullini dumping the puck in, Schmiel in hustling. The Soviet defender just throws it blind to the point. But Team Canada players all move in front of that net. You can see all the traffic in front of the goaltender. He had no chance of the shot. It was a high shot. Went over top of him, but he really didn't have any chance to see the puck.
Well, there's number 22, Brad Marsh, but number 12, Rэмedž got the goal. And Rэмedž from the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey Association has made made it 2-0, Team Canada. So the face-off will be in the center ice area. The goal coming at 12:16. Tambullini drawing the assist. From the face-off now, 2-0 the score. Ezovskih to the line, and it rolls off his stick, comes back out to center ice. Here's Gartner. Gartner is ridden out of the play as he tried to duck around the check of Fetisov. Soviets trying to come back now at center ice. It's kicked ahead by Varyanov, but he can't get it over the line. Now coming right back in again is Smith. Smith circling to the best. He's got a man out in front. Gets it to Gartner. Gartner took a whack at it, but banned on it, and Fetisov clears it away. At center ice. After it there, number 22 for Canada, Brad Marsh. It's slipped into the Team Canada players bench, and we'll have another face-off.
Well, that last Team Canada goal, the Soviets, they like to counterattack quickly, and it hurts them a lot of the time when that defenseman had possession of the puck in his own zone in the corner after Tambullini had dumped it in. He just turned around and tried to throw that long pass to get the puck out, and of course he put it right on Ramage's stick.
You saw Bobby Smith there, the captain of the Ottawa 67s. He's been hurt for all of the main portion of the series outside the exhibition games. He is a fine prospect and one that's going to go either 1 or 2, they say, in the draft come next spring of the Pro League. Now over the line, Ryan Walter, number 14, is ridden out of the play. After it is Bobby Smith, who goes in against the boards and is pinned in there and held for another face-off. Bobby Smith is a center this year. He was converted from the left wing position to center, and right now is second in the Ontario Hockey Association scoring race. He has 85 points. Of course, the leading scorer in the OHA is Wayne Gretzky. Puck is cleared down the ice again. Huber is back for it for Team Canada. Beats it up ice. Smith has it. Smith cutting behind his own net. Smith stops behind his net. Leaves a 34. McCrimmon has forechecking on the play for the Soviets is Skudjuk. And now McCrimmon off for Smith. Smith against the boards to center ice as it's out for Ryan Walter. Walter getting it in. Here's a shot right on, taken by Bobby Smith, and down on his knee is Tishnik. Makarov is in the penalty box. Holding is the penalty. 13:35, and Team Canada now will have an opportunity to make use of the power play with Gretzky about to face off now. And from the face-off, it's back to the blue line. McCrimmon keeps it in, gets it into MacKegni. MacKegni, number 7, right in front. And Babbage was right there, but he couldn't put his stick to it. Now McCrimmon at the point, back into MacKegni. MacKegni into the corner. Babbage flips it around the boards to the far side. Moving in there is Huber. It's off a stick and deflected back out to center ice. McCrimmon corrals it out there, and he'll back up and wait for everyone to get onside. Huber has it now. Huber over the line. Clearing it into the corner. After it is MacKegni. MacKegni against the boards, and he couldn't control it. And Skudjuk clears it down into the Canada zone. 2-0. Canada is leading. We have a little more than 5 minutes remaining in the first period, and that's Wayne Gretzky getting a hand as he brings the puck to center ice now. Gretzky over the line. Good pass there for Babbage as he goes into the corner after it. Babbage against the boards. Battling for that puck. It's cleared around the boards to the far side. Huber moving in. Here's a shot, and it just drifts wide as Tishnik got in front of it. Now out in front again. Moving after it is Huber. He keeps it in, flips it high in the air. Babbage whacks at it. Clears it in front again, and Gretzky couldn't get his stick on it. Against the boards on this side. Skudjuk shooting it down the ice, and leaving it behind his own net will be Al Jensen for Huber. 49 seconds left in the penalty now as it is MacKegni at center ice. MacKegni tripped up from behind, still has that puck, but as he went over the line, it was taken away from him and brought back to center ice by Fetisov. Fetisov over the line. Fetisov trying to get it out in front, got a shot away, it flipped it out in front. A shot again, and Jensen makes a good save as Canada nearly was scored on short-handed. Now it's Gretzky at center ice, stick handling well with that puck over the line, still has that puck, gets it to Babbage. Babbage shoots right on. My goodness, this Gretzky is something. Babbage again, a shot, and he's wide of the net with it. Moving in after it now for Canada. At the point is Brian Young. Feeding it into the corner, intercepted by Fetisov, and he clears it down the ice with 10 seconds left in the penalty. Back to get it will be McCrimmon. McCrimmon behind his own net now as Gretzky gets a hand in the line as it comes off the ice. McCrimmon starting out. Out to center ice. The long lead pass for Patrick Daly. He got it to the line, but it's shoveled back out to center ice by Bolshakov. Now working to the line as Hартсбурg. It crossed the line and was brought back in offside, and we'll have another face-off in the center ice zone.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. This is a pretty good crowd we've got here in Quebec today, better than a lot of the crowds we've had in the tournament so far, but Gretzky certainly has that quality.
Well, they've got a good one here in the Quebec Coliseum, considering it's a Wednesday afternoon game here in Quebec. I suppose a few sick grandmothers or whatever it is has allowed them to get out and away for this hockey game, but they've seen Team Canada take a 2-0 lead on goals by Daly and Rэмedj, and they are controlling the puck right now. It's coming out of his own end now. Both teams playing at even strength. Long shot, digging in after it. There is Daly. Daly tried to flip it out in front. It went off one of the Soviet defensemen. And Zubkov behind his own net, number 8. Off to the right wing. Gersimov at center ice. A rink-wide pass. Over the line comes Kojevnikov. Kojevnikov shoveling it out in front. And now working behind the net is Gersimov. He's trying to get it out in front. There's nobody there, and it bangs off the boards, and Canada's coming back 2-on-1. The lead pass now. Over the line. Getting set. Here's the shot. Hit the post. As Vibe had a good shot and just got it behind the goaltender, but hit the post with it. Now Vibe again. Vibe out in front, and out in front of the net was Daly, but he was tied up, and the puck went all the way to center ice. Back over the line, Kojevnikov. Kojevnikov goes down as he feeds it off to the right. Gersimov behind the net. And back to cover up behind the net is Brian Young. Young coming out of his own zone now. Off to the left boards for Daly. Daly trying to get it up to center ice for Rick Pатерсон, and is brought right back in again by Kojevnikov. And it's cleared to the goal mouth area. So the face-off will be deep inside the Team Canada zone. From the face-off, Sadonov trying to get it in front of the net. Team Canada intercepts, and Tambolini sends it out to center ice. A pass intended for Stan Schmiel. That failed to work. Working to the line now is Kurt Fraser. He clears it in, and behind the net. And starting out of his own end is Starikov. He gets it to center ice. It's intercepted and fired right back in again by Fraser. Now cleared in front. Tambolini was just turned around on the play, unable to get a shot away. Soviets trying to come out again. Gurdjieff at center ice to Skudruk. He's unable to control it, and Team Canada again controlling as Tambolini circles at his own blue line. Tambolini working to center ice. Clears it ahead. That's Fraser over the line. Fraser losing it to Kasatonov, and he clears it all the way around the boards. At center ice now, it's Skudruk. Skudruk over the line, and the return pass to him was behind him, and Team Canada again coming up with the puck. At center ice, Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff dropping it back into the Soviet zone. Starikov over to this side. Kasatonov. Kasatonov ahead for number 12, Skudruk. Skudruk on his way out of his own zone to center ice. He'll clear it in. And Jensen gets out of his own net, leaves it at the side of his net for Brad Marsh. Marsh behind his net starts out. Marsh over to the far side for Rэмedj. Rэмedj ahead, and it went right by. Icing will be the call to face-off in the Team Canada zone with 1:30 left in the first period.
Well, it's interesting that Team Canada started a little slowly in the period. They were being outshot 5-1 after about the first 5 minutes, but since that time they have now outshot the opposition 10-1 in about the last 10 minutes, and now hold an advantage of 11 shots to 6 in the period. So Team Canada certainly taken over later on in the period.
At one point they had 3 shots on goal, and 2 of them were goals, so they were not wasting any time and any shots at all. It's from the face-off. Bolshakov at center ice over to the far side. Fedosov trying to wheel it back in over the line. It's cleared back into the Soviet zone. Back to get it, Fedosov. Fedosov clearing it straight up ice. Goes by everyone, including McCrimmon, who's chasing it back down into the zone. No icing as Jensen comes out of his net, gives it to Huber on the far side. Willie Huber is moving in on him as Fedosov. Fedosov likes to mix it a little bit. Also, Ezovskich. There's less than a minute remaining now as it's out at center ice once again, and circling back into his own end is Varyanov. Varyanov cutting along the blue line to center ice, and it stopped right there, and shooting it back is Walter over the line. A pass intended for Bobby Smith, but he couldn't reach it. And with 43 seconds remaining now, it's cleared back out to center ice. Willie Huber inside his own zone, rink wide for McCrimmon. McCrimmon just holds that puck as he was forechecked. Shot it rink wide, and it's Gartner. Gartner stick handling his way past the check there, and Huber then has to move in and cover up with 26 seconds remaining. 2-0 Team Canada. Face-off will be to the right of the Team Canada goal, and Al Jensen. You notice Al Jensen, if we can get a shot of him, is wearing the Tretiak type mask. They tell us that he went to this match this year, and his goals against average dropped by about 1 per game. He apparently has about the best goals against average now in the OHA. On the face-off now, it's cleared around the boards on this side. Starting out as Marsh. Marsh out to center ice, rink-wide pass over the line comes Babbage, his shot, and getting in to make a good poke check is Paramonov. Out behind the net. Moving in after it was Gretzky, but it's controlled inside the zone. Zubkov's now behind his net. Around the boards to the far side. Gersimov with 5 seconds left, beats it ahead. Kojevnikov over the line, clears it in front of the net. Here's a shot that's wide of the net as the horn will go to signify the end of the first period of play. An impressive period, really, as Team Canada has taken a 2-0 lead on goals by Patrick Daly and Rob Rэмedj. The shots on goal in that first period, Team Canada 11 and the Soviet Union just 6. And Team Canada came back very well in the latter stages of that period to take control. This is Junior World Cup hockey, and we're set to go now. Both teams at even strength, 2-0, Canada leading, the face-off at center ice. And from the face-off, Soviet Union control. Skurchuk over the line, tried a backhand pass over to the far wing for Makarov. He's ridden out of the play by Ryan Walter, and the puck is out at center ice once again. Swinging back into his own zone. That's Kasatonov. Throwing it rink wide. It gets all the way to center ice. Rэмedj shooting it right back in again, past Kasatonov into the corner, and he'll go back for it. Kasatonov around the net, beating it up along the boards, and it's cleared dangerously out into the slot area, but then relayed out to center ice by Guriev. Now shot back in again. After it is Starikov. Starikov around the boards on this side. And the jam in there for the Soviet Union. That's Makarov, and he brings it to center ice. Makarov, number 18, over the line, and he overskated it. Coming back and trying to check on the play was Gartner. The puck rolls in front of the net, and Ryan Walter has it. Walter trying to work his way out. He's checked. There's a hard check thrown in there by Bobby Smith. And the loose puck is picked up by Gartner. Gartner feeding it deep into his own end. Starting out for Team Canada. That's Brad Marsh. Marsh to center ice, past Bobby Smith. Right back in come the Soviets. Makarov over the line. Makarov getting set. His shot drifts high over the net and rolls out to the boards on this side. Starikov moving in. He feeds it behind the net. After it there is Rэмedj around the boards, and it bounces all the way back out to center ice, and Kasatonov. A race for the puck. He gets back, puts it right off the leg of Gartner. Moving in is Smith. Smith is into the corner as he one-hands a check away from him. Smith still has that puck. Smith getting in front. He shoots. It's worse in front of the net, and it's cleared away by the defense. As parked right in that goal mouth area was Ryan Walter for Team Canada. It's iced, and it'll be brought back for a face-off in the Soviet end.
Well, again, we see, I don't understand the Soviet defenders. The Soviet defender had possession of the puck behind the net. Didn't look at all, just got the puck and shot it. Team Canada was able to trap it, keep it in, and get the opportunity on goal. But many times they just throw it blind in their own zone.
The Gretzky line is out there now, but the Soviets control from the face-off. Gersimov out over the blue line to center ice. Kojevnikov, he is ridden off the puck by Huber, and McCrimmon covers up in his own end. Brad McCrimmon of Brandon behind his own net, circling as forechecking for the Soviets is Gersimov. Now it's fed off to the far boards and relayed out to center ice by McKegni. And circling is Babbage. Babbage looking for it, but he can't reach it before Naramanov. And circling is Babbage. Babbage looking for it, but he can't reach it before Naramanov. Takes it back into his own end and leaves it for Paramonov. Paramonov over the line. Paramonov had it checked off his stick. Gretzky turns. Gretzky feeding it out to Babbage. Babbage trying to circle around the defense, and he is ridden against the boards by Paramonov. Now coming right back in is Kojevnikov. Kojevnikov circling the defense, going around the net. Scores, and I believe it went off a leg. Kojevnikov got it out in front, and I just don't know what happened exactly. We'll have to wait for the replay.
Well, it may have hit Willie Hubert. Here we have the Soviet player going wide on Hubert. Takes the puck right wide, tries to put it in front of the net. It may have hit Hubert's stick and then deflected behind Al Jensen, but it was certainly from a very deep angle inside the Team Canada zone.
So the Soviet Union and Kojevnikov, number 17 in the middle of your picture there, has put the Soviet Union on the board. The goal coming at the 2:18 mark of the period. Unassisted, Kojevnikov will get the goal. It's over the blue line now, getting set in front of the net is Ryanov. He shot wide, and the puck is cleared wide. Now out to the blue line to center ice. A lead pass intended there for Rick 5. 5 going into the corner after it. 5 being chased off the puck by Fedosov. Gets it again. Tries to roll it out in front. That's Daly behind the net. Daly out in front. 5 getting set on the backhand. Rolls it in front of the net and unable to get his stick on it was Pатерсон. The Soviets come out. Puck is rolled down into the zone. Off the stick of Hартсбурg. He goes deep at his own end, pins it against the boards. He'll start out as he ducks away from a check. Hартsбурg along the boards, and he feeds it all the way up the ice. Could be icing here, as chasing after it is Pатерсон. It's called. The face-off will be back down in the Team Canada zone. There's the score. Team Canada leading by a 2-1 margin now. The goal in this period by Kожevnikov of the Soviet Union, unassisted. Now from the face-off, that's Rэмedж getting it to the far side. It's backhanded off the boards. Fraser out to center ice trying to get it to Tambullini. That failed to work. No icing on the play as it's brought to the blue line. Keeping it in is Rэмedж. Well, he did not keep it in. As it turned out, it came out over the blue line and was cleared in with players trapped. And it's called for another face-off. So Canada had a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period on goals by Дейли and Rэмedж. Kожevnikov has come back and given the Soviets a little life as it is now 2-1. The goal coming unassisted at 2:18. Now from the face-off, over the blue line again, it's Fraser controlling it. He rolled it in front of the net, intended for Tambullini. He couldn't get his stick to it. Now it's third around to the far side. Starting out for the Soviet Union. It is Guriev at center ice. Guriev hits the line, drops it. Here's the shot, and it's wide of the net, taken by Makarov. Goes to the boards on the far side. Team Canada trying to control. They're unable to. Makarov circling against the boards now. Makarov dropping it back. Here's a shot from the point, right on. Jensen steers that into the corner. Out along the boards for Team Canada. It's Schmiel. He can't get out of his zone. Bringing it right back in is Guriev. Guriev trying to split the defense. And Team Canada rode him out of the play, the defense. But the Soviets still prevail as inside the blue line now. They'll try once again as Kurt Fraser gets it out to center ice. As Guriev has played very well for the Soviets. It's brought back into the Soviet zone now as Kasatonov. That's in front of his own net. Circles behind in for checking is Kurt Fraser. Kasatonov being bothered there on the play, but he gets a pass away to center ice. Gersimov. Gersimov is over the line. Gersimov dropping it. Getting set here is Makarov. He got a shot away, and it deflected into the corner. Makarov is after it once again to Kожevnikov. Out in front. The shot deflects wide of the net off the stick of Nerimanov. He's got it behind the net. Number 10 for the Soviets. Nerimanov getting set in the slot, and it's poked away from him and shoveled to center ice. Starikov against the boards on this side. Kожevnikov. He shoots it in. Jensen's out of his net. He'll hold it there for Rэмedž. Number 12 for Canada, Rэмedž, behind the net. Flipping it into the corner now, along the boards. Gartner trying to get loose, he's unable to. Puck is brought back to the blue line, circling is Gersimov. Gersimov looking for a man in front, he gets him, takes a shot that's just wide. Kожevnikov with that one. Now into the corner it goes. It's Zubkov. Zubkov is ridden out of the play. Pатерсon's after it. And it's pinned against the boards and held for a face-off.
Well, what a difference a few minutes makes. The Soviet team has really sparked early in the second period, and they've carried the play to Team Canada. They have a goal. They're back in the hockey game 2-1, and they're controlling the puck in Team Canada's end at this point. But Team Canada, their defenders have got to go more to those men that handle the puck in the corners. Don't give them as much time to handle the puck. Go, take the man, kill the play.
I wonder what the note the Soviet player on the bench has got there. A note from Anatoly Tarasov, who is up in the stands and watching this. When they're wont to do that sort of thing, pass notes down to the bench and so on as the game is going on. From the face-off, now the puck rolls to the goal mouth of Team Canada and held for another face-off.
Well, if we had intercepted that note, the translation probably would have been put the puck in the net.
Well, from the face-off now, it's beside the net. MacCrimmon has it. MacCrimmon behind his own net. Skating right by him there is Bobby Smith. MacCrimmon coming out himself now, leading the rush. MacCrimmon off the boards at center ice. Taking it out over center ice and clearing it in is Walter. And back to get it now for the Soviet Union is Fedosov. He clears it around the boards. After it is Gartner in there. Cleared around the boards. Bolshakov, number 2, gets it out to the blue line into center ice, and where it's taken there by MacCrimmon to Huber. Huber clearing it right back in again, a bouncing puck. And Tiznik, the Soviet goaltender, clears it around the boards. On the far boards and coming out for the Soviets, Rьянов at center ice. Vарянов over the line, and it's shoveled away by Huber. Out to center ice once again, moving up ice with that puck, and down to the line was Smith, but he was unable to get completely free, and the puck is back at center ice. Езовских over the line. Езовskih shot right on. Good save there by Jensen as he went to his knees. Now cleared along the boards, and coming out is Gartner at center ice to Smith. Bobby Smith. Smith over the far side. Into the corner. Walter trying to get it out in front for Smith. Rolls in front. Smith gets a chance, and he's going to get a shot away. Now back out to the point, and it hops over the stick of MacCrimmon out to center ice. Huber, number 17, over to MacCrimmon on the far side. Off the boards. Walter Walter clearing it in as Team Canada makes a change on the fly. Back to get it is Pedersov. Pedersov clearing it out over the blue line and spun around on the play as Rьянов, and back in is Babbage. Babbage trying to get it in front of the net. Taken by Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff behind his net. Starting out, Gurdjieff. Working to the blue line to center ice. Still Gurdjieff with that puck. Gurdjieff shooting it in now. He'll go in after the puck as chasing back into the Team Canada zone after it is Brian Young. He goes against the boards. Babbage comes in to cover up. Babbage trying to control it, and it's put right on the stick of Mark Makarov. He got a shot away, but it was a weak one and went well wide of the net, and now MacKegni will try to come out. MacKegni dropping it back. Young behind his own net now, gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky starting out. Gretzky shoveling it out to center ice. That pass intended there for MacKegni. Now Babbage intercepts the pass. Going over the line is Makarov. He's knocked down. The puck comes to the side of the Team Canada net. Now Babbage over to the far side. MacKegni. MacKegni at center ice. Gretzky. Gretzky's over the line. Gretzky rolls it in front. Getting set. No, with a shot is MacKegni, and he was not able to get it away. Now it's flipped into the crowd off the stick of Hартсбурg, and it's called for a face-off in the Soviet zone. 8:35 remaining in the second period here. Canada is leading 2-1. The Soviets have the only goal of the period, and they've been taking it to Canada a little bit in this period. It's from the face-off now. It's into the corner. Spun around on the play as MacKegni getting the puck as Babbage out in front. Gretzky shot wide. MacKegni into the corner. Gets it out to Babbage. His shot is right on, and a great save there by Tisnik as he gloved that one with Gretzky parked right in front of the goal.
Well, Tony MacKegni, he's a very good hockey player in the corner. He's a big fella. He digs that puck loose. He muscled the Soviet defender off the puck, got it out to Babbage, and Babbage didn't wait. He got that shot away quickly, and it was a good save from the Soviet goaltender. But this line, really, when they get the puck inside the offensive zone, they're dynamite with that puck. Those two big wingers, they get that puck loose, and they can both score goals. And, of course, Gretzky, with his playmaking ability and his ability to score goals, it makes it a very dangerous threesome.
Well, the Quebec Major Junior line, all Quebec Major Junior League players. Paterson out there along with 5. And Patrick Дейли from the face-off now against the boards on this side. That's 5, trying to get it out in front, gets it again, and then loses possession. It's back out to center ice as leading the rush is number 13 for the Soviets, is Езовских. Езовskих down to the blue line and is pinned in there and held for yet another face-off with 11:54 left in the second period. Well, Team Canada undefeated so far in this World Junior Championship. As a matter of fact, this team undefeated completely as they also won all of their exhibition games, all 4 of them. But right now, the Soviet Union showing signs of waking up a bit after a slump that allowed Team Canada to score a couple of goals on them and get in the lead 2-0 in the first period. It's now 2-1. It's over the line for the Soviets. Rьянов into the corner. Rьянov written against the boards. After it there is Rэмedж. Cleared along the boards, out to center ice, intercepted out there by Paramonov. Back to the Canadian blue line, and it's fed out to center ice again. Rick Pатерсон is over the line. Pатерson chasing after it is Дейли, but the Soviets beat him to it. Now 5 is in there for checking as it's shoveled back into the corner. Pedersov doing that to Bolshakov over to the far side. Team Canada doing a good job for checking here. They get it out in front of the net, but there was nobody there. 5 was just out of position to get that pass. Now back over the line. Vарянов dropping it into the slot area. Team Canada coming right back out now. It's Rob Rэмedж carrying the puck to the line. Over the line, getting it to Дейли. Дейli out in front, and it's blocked by the defense and cleared away. And Soviets are coming back. Rьянов at center ice. Over the line now. Езовских getting set. There's a point-blank shot taken by Rьянов, and making the save, Al Jensen.
Well, that was a very good save by Al Jensen because the Soviet player waited to waits. Canadian defender goes down, and Jensen really didn't have a chance to see all of that puck. He made a good stop from point-blank range.
Face-off will be to the right of the Team Canada goal. And we have Tambullini out there to face off against Gurdjieff. And a replacement puck coming in now. And we're set to go. On the face-off, puck rolls to the side of the net. Willie Huber behind the net with it now. Feeding it off on the right side, Tambullini. Tambullini leading the rush at center ice, controlling it, feeding it ahead. Over the line comes Schmiel. Schmiel against the boards, tried to kick it into the corner. It was intercepted by Starikov, and they come right back. The Soviets. Skurjuk over the line. Skurjuk trying to circle the defense. MacKrimmon checking him, takes a shot, and it's right on, and Jensen again hangs on. And a face-off this time will come to the left of the Team Canada goal. Well, they call the penalty hooking. In any case, Brian Young is off for 2 minutes from the face-off. Player falls on top of the puck. There's Brian Young. He really put the clutch on the Soviet players. He was trying to split the defense, and that drew the penalty.
Well, I think sometimes the Soviet players, more so than our own, there was really no one with the Soviet attacker, and I think he really actually tried to draw the penalty. There wasn't much room between those defensemen, but he tried to split it anyway, and somebody had to pull him down, and Young, of course, got the thumb for hooking.
So the face-off will be outside the blue line. The penalty killers for Team Canada, Ryan Walter, Stan Schmiel out there as well, and the defensive pairing right now has Brad Marsh out along with Rob Rэмedj. Just from the face-off, the Soviets will now circle back into their own end and get it all right. They do this all the time, of course. We've seen it junior, senior, on all levels of hockey. As Fedosov now leads the rush himself. Fedosov at center ice. He's played a good game for the Soviets, although he was responsible for one of the goals. Now cleared in front of the net. Here's a shot, and they fanned on it right in front of the net. He had a bad angle in any case, but it was Skudruk who had a good chance there, but just simply fanned on it.
Well, I guess he did fan on it because he was all by himself on his forehand in front of the net. And one thing he did after he missed the shot, he gave a little sign of disdain, swung a stick. You don't usually see that coming from Soviet players. They don't usually show that type of emotion when they make the bad play.
All right, the face-off will be to the left of the Team Canada goal once again. And from the face-off, well, let's see, they'll get them straightened out a little bit first. Now Canada wins the draw cleanly. Back behind the net, Brad Marsh. Out to the point, not out. Kept in now, the Soviets will work their power play. Back out to the point, that's Stadikov. Stadikov against the far boards. Well, trying to work it there, and ever cautious. Fedosov now clearing it to the side of the net. That's Guriev taking a shot. He scores! The Soviets on a power play have tied it up. Guriev getting that shot from directly in front. And it is a 2-2 tie on the power play.
Well, Guriev is the center. Here we see the puck being thrown to the left shot. Guriev has moved around to become the left winger, the right shot. It goes to the left point. Now, here we see the Team Canada defender getting mixed up with one Soviet forward on the side of the net, the same thing at the other, and that leaves Guriev all by himself to move from the side right in front of the net to score the goal.
So 12:23 of the second period, and it's a 2-2 deadlock, and we're in for a bit of a struggle here. Get the official scoring here as we're back underway again. Guriev, here's Gretzky coming in over the line now along with Babic. Gretzky trying to get set, and he is unable to. And back down the ice come the Soviets now, trying to split the defenses. Rьянов gets in front of the net, and the puck is poked away. And the net is off the moorings, and who is in there? Well, they collided. I think it's MacKegni down there. He apparently, it's Hubert. Apparently, all right, but he really slid into that post.
Well, he's a big fella. When he slides into the post, things have to happen. He's got great size, and of course, I know talking to a few professional scouts, his tab, they like his size, they like his defensive ability, and here we have the replay. Here we have the Soviet attacker trying to split the defense. Ouch. There's Huber. Ouch, yes, sir. Hits that net, knocks it right off his mooring. Actually, there are two of them going down. Here we have it again. Whoops, there, Willie. Oops, hold on. Into the net.
Way back underway now as Gretzky comes to center ice, leading the rush. Gretzky feeding it off now to Babic. Babic getting set. His shot tripped just wide of the net. All the way to the point on the far side. They keep it in, trying to roll it into the corner. Moshikov now against the boards, clears it out to center ice. Ezovskih over the line now for Vарянов. Vарянов clearing it in front, and there's nobody there that can reach it. And Team Canada coming back 2-on-1. Gretzky along with Babic over the line. Gretzky gets set, tries to put it around the defenseman, and the defenseman sliding on the ice. Fedosov just managed to intercept it. Now the Soviets come back again. Ezovskih over the line, takes a shot. The rebound, Jensen's way out, and he covers it up, and it's held for a face-off.
Well, that 2-on-1 opportunity that Wayne Gretzky had, Tony MacKegni made a very good play. We talked before about the Soviet defenders pressing down from the blue line. Here we have Gretzky holding on, makes a shot, tries to draw it by him. Soviet defender gets part of his body to stick on it, then help arrives to clear the puck. But the 2-on-1 was really created by a good clearing pass out of his own zone by Tony MacKegni, who just tipped it by the defender.
From the face-off now, back out to the point. Puck dribbles to the boards on this side. They clear it along to center ice. Paramonov dropping it back into his own end. We have a 2-2 tie now. The Soviets have scored the 2 goals in this period. Kojevnikov at center ice. Kojevnikov over the line. It's poked away. Turning with it for Team Canada is Дейли. Out to center ice, and his pass went wide of 5. Now back in over the line. The Soviets again trying to get set. That's Naramanov. He is ridden off the puck. Gets it again. Controlling it well. Naramanov circling with it now. Clears it across the goal mouth. A shot, and Jensen's down, and he holds on. Boy, good effort there by Nikolai Naramanov, number 10, as he held that puck and then finally set up a play.
Well, of course, here we have again the Soviets controlling the puck along the boards and in the corners against Team Canada's defense. They've got to play that man, take him right out of the play, so they don't have that much room. And of course, Soviet attackers, they like to play what we would consider the wrong side. That is to say, left shot's playing the right wing. They got it across to the left shot. Good goal, good shot on goal, and Jensen, of course, coming up with a very good save.
Jensen's been very good in this period. He's had to be. Canada's been outshot 11-3 in the period. His puck is cleared down the ice. Back to get it there is Kasatonov, cleared to the goal mouth area, and Finnick will hold it, and the face-off will result to his right. 5:52 left in the second period. Right now, perhaps the role of Canada is to get out of this period without being hurt any further and try and regroup. Puck is bounced back out to the point now. Here's a shot. Bounced all the way back out to center ice. Remmedж trying to control it. Beats it off the boards. Went right by Ryan Water. And the Soviets control. Kasatonov tried to get it out to center ice. It went off Tambellini's skate. And back is Guriev. Guriev deep in his own end. Beats it behind the net. Starikov up to center ice now. Leading the rush at center ice. It's fed over the line for Skudvik. Over the line. And into the corner, they jam against the boards back there. Remmedj trying to control it. Marsh pins it in. It's held for another face-off. So the face-off will be to the left of the Team Canada goal now. As Team Canada is going to make a change, and they'll send out Bobby Smith along with Mike Gardner, Niagara Falls Flyers, and also on that line will be Kurt Fraser of Victoria Cougars.
Well, looking at some of the past scores of the games, one thing that Team Canada's been able to do is when they had a few goals scored against them and other teams came close, of course they haven't lost, they always came back quickly, bounced back with another goal to get themselves out of trouble. It'll be interesting to see what they can do here with the score tied.
Now Willie Huber out to center ice for Gartner, and Gartner is chased off the puck. The Soviets again control. Bringing it in is Jesovsky, and a good hard check throw by Willie Huber, and a charging penalty is going to be issued by Ulf Lundgren, the Swedish referee in this game, perhaps a high sticking.
Well, really, that's the type of thing you have to stay away from. Willie Huber put on a great check. It was a clean check. There wasn't anything on the original play. He took this man out hard to the boards. Here we have him moving in. There it is, hard. Then when he comes back off the boards, just a little bit further, comes back off the boards, then he comes back with the stick. Comes back off, takes him the boards. That's the good part of the check. There it is. A little bit later, he takes the high stick across the Soviet attacker. But the first check was a good check, taking his man the boards, and that's what they have to do. But the high stick on the second play gets Team Canada a man short.
Now from the face-off, the Soviets controlling it in the Canadian zone, but making the check there was Brad Marsh behind the net. Chasing it is Remmedj, now number 12, and he lifts it high into the air and into the penalty box, and the face-off will come back into the Team Canada end. Well, the last time Canada played a man short, they were scored upon, and that tied the game at 2-2. And it's almost a must, I think, that they control this power play of the Soviets this time, as they have been a little flat in this period. From the face-off now, into the corner it goes. Makarov working along the boards now. Makarov still trying to control it against the boards. Trying to get set, rolls it across the slot. Guriev trying to flip it in front. And controlling it now for the Soviets, that is Skurger. Dropping it off now. Guriev clearing it rink wide. Back out to the point. Starikov back to the far boards now. Working along the boards. Here's a shot, and that deflected off Brad Marsh's stick and into the crowd, and called for another face-off. That's Makarov on the far side. They have two wheelmen, it seems, working at those face-off circles.
Well, you see, Gurchev is the center, and he's the only right shot. And what they try to do is number 12 for the Soviets. He moves right in front of the net and attracts one defender to him. And as soon as he attracts a defender to him, the zone is broken down because somebody has to play him man-to-man, and that leaves one of the two wingers free on either side of the net. They try to throw the puck right through, and of course they've switched their sides, shoot all in one motion as the puck comes across. So you'll constantly see the wingers in deep trying to throw it right across to the far side.
From the face-off now, that's Starikov taking a shot into the crowd. That one goes, and yet another face-off with 1:14 left in the penalty to Willie Huber.
Actually, the tactic that they use is much the same as the big line for the Soviets, Petrov, Harmelov, and Mikhailov. Mikhailov being, and Harmelov both being left shots. Petrov does the same thing, being the only right shot. He moves to the wing, so they get the puck through. Mikhailov, who likes to mix it up, he likes to go in front of the net and draw a defender to him.
From the face-off now, Schmiel trying to hook it out to center ice. Fetisov moves in deep. Fetisov now in the corner, works it along the boards to the point for Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff now works into his rightful position, which is at the face-off circle as they switch spots, and Fetisov has it at the point. Here's his shot. Right on and again. Jensen down to make the save. He had clear view of that one all the way, and he stops it, and we have 57 seconds left in the penalty.
Actually, the Soviets don't like to do that when they've got the man advantage shooting from the point, and of course, it really was an easy stop for Jensen. When the puck comes back there, they like to work it in deep to those wingers and move the puck across. Actually, it was just like Jensen playing catch with the point man.
Okay, from the face-off again, Canada controls the draw, and it's blasted down the ice by Rob Rэмedj, and the Soviets will have to go into their end and regroup now. As in for checking is Mike Gartner, number 19. He throws a good check against the board there on Starikov. Now the Soviets coming out. Fetisov. Fetisov leading the rush now. That got the crowd buzzing a little bit. Fetisov over the line now. Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff going deep. Gurdjieff in the corner. Gurdjieff still with that puck. Feeds it along the boards. Trying to set up that open man now, still trying to. It gets out to the point for Fetisov. Fetisov in for Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff back out of the slot. Fetisov feeds it in front of the net. And again, you saw they didn't like to get the shot away from the point. Team Canada now sends it out to center ice. Gartner. Gartner in the center ice area with 13 seconds left in the penalty. Gartner's over the line. His shot, and that's blocked by Fetisov. And it goes into the corner. Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff chased off the puck. The puck is still loose in there. Gartner trying to control it. He does. He gets it. Circle now. Feeds it out in front. Gartner. Gartner against the board. And the penalty is over as starting to bring it out is Zubkov. Out to center ice. Player goes down. Gartner back over the line. Smith working in front. Trying to beat it in front. And again, it was Fetisov making a diving save. Bringing it down the left boards for the Soviets. Gersimov over the line. Gersimov working through the slot. Now clears it to the front of the area of the net. Takes the shot, and Jensen makes the save and hangs on for the face-off. For the face-off at center ice, and Bobby Smith will go to center ice. He'll be playing on the line, as we see there. Anatoly Tarasov talking to Vitaly Davidov, a former star. As a matter of fact, Davidov played with Tarasov and those Soviet teams that won 9 straight world championships. He is now the coach of the juniors from the Soviet Union. Is from the face-off back in the Team Canada end now. Number 22 for Canada is Brad Marsh. He's going to lead the rush himself. The penalty now has expired. There was only 5 seconds remaining in it. A penalty to the Soviet Union's Paramonov. And now coming out of his own end for the Soviet Union to center ice. It is Varyanov. He shoots it in. Back of the net now. It's cleared off to the boards on this side. Brian Walter. Walter up to center ice. And it's cleared into the Soviet zone by Bobby Smith. Mike Gartner in. Gartner against the boards behind the net. He rolled it right in front, but it was intercepted by Ryan Walter, or at least by the Soviet Union. They bring it out to center ice. Number 13 is Езовских. He's over the line, gets a shot away. It's blocked by the defense. It's into the corner. MacKegni in there. MacKegni trying to control it, and it rolls it out to the blue line. It's shoveled out to center ice now as Bobby Smith is raked against the boards and is down over the line. Cleared into the area beside the net, and I noticed that Punchura has made a line change here as he, now it's Gartner out there. No, now they're going to complete the line change. We had at one point Gartner, Smith, and Tony MacKegni playing on the line, but now that has gone back to its original form, which of course is Gretzky, Babbage, and MacKegni.
Well, Chinnick really did us a favor by getting out of the net and holding that puck and allowing the change to be completed.
Now the face-off to the left of the Soviet goal. Two number 9s facing up. Gretzky against Gurdjieff. Gretzky behind the net. Spun around, gets it out in front. Here's a chance for Babbage. He shoots. Loose in front, and it goes to MacKegni in the corner. He clears it out in front. Now here's Babbage on the backhand. He gets a shot away. It's still loose inside the zone. MacKrimmon moves in. He ducks by a check. Into the corner it goes. MacKrimmon still after it in the corner. Out in front now, and it's intercepted as it rolls off the stick of Paramonov. Out to the point, it's cleared again into the goal mouth area, but Gurdjieff brings it to center ice. Gurdjieff over the line now. Gurdjieff stick handling with that puck. Still at the blue line, it rolls right in front of the net. Soviets continue to control. Down goes one of the Soviet players, and it's hooked away by Hubert to center ice. In the center ice area now, Paramonov. Beating it ahead for Skudjuk over the line. Puck is bouncing in front of the net, shoveled off to the boards on the far side. And it's Babbage to MacKegni. MacKegni to Gretzky. Breaks through the best. Gretzky getting set. He shoots. Oh, what a save there by Tisnik. Now here's another shot that's drifted wide of the net. Huber keeps it at the point. Clears it around the net on this side. McCrimmon moving in after it. He blocks it at the boards. McCrimmon battling for it. MacKegni, but he can't keep it in. It's cleared out to center ice. Over the line now. That's Guriev. He's offside. Is breaking too quickly on his right was Kojevnikov.
Well, MacKegni made a very good play, just slipping the puck to Gretzky. Gretzky was in all by himself, and it looked like a hook as the last Soviet defender got a little bit of stick on him. Here we have the pass going ahead to MacKegni. Here's MacKegni sliding it through. Gretzky all by himself. Whoop, there's a little bit of hook. Comes to his forehand. Doesn't have enough to get it out over top of the Soviet goaltender, but he was hooked on the play.
From the face-off now, it's cleared behind the Team Canada net. Kirk Fraser getting it out into the goal mouth area and intercepting that one and taking it out of danger was Brian Young. Young will start out. Young to the far boards. To center ice, Tambellini over the blue line now, breaking around the defense, trying to flip it in front. Tambellini shoots! Oh, what a save again by Tisnik. Now into the corner. Soviets starting to come out. They've got the crowd buzzing here now as Kojevnikov is over the line, trying to split the defense. And the Soviet player is ridden out of the play. The puck rolls all the way to the goal mouth and held by Jensen for a face-off.
Well, they're going up and down now. They're pulling out all stops, trying to get that go-ahead goal. Here we have the very good pass here. Tambellini throws it to Schmiel. Schmiel puts it right back to Tambellini. He's all by himself. Tries to put it over. A very good stop by Shinnick in the Soviet net. But the Team Canada are throwing that puck around very, very well.
By the way, the crowd here in the Quebec Coliseum, 6,780 on a Wednesday afternoon in Quebec City, working day. Oh, good crowd to watch Canada play the Soviets, and they've seen a good piece of entertainment here. Now they're going to chase the two players, Varyanov and Packerson, out of the face-off circle. And Ryan Walter will try now for Team Canada from the face-off. Goes into the corner, back to get it. Behind his own net is Rэмedj. Rэмedj circling away from the forechecking of Rьянов. Rэмedj behind his own net. Rэмedj starting out. The center ice. Rэмedj still with that puck. Stick handling around one of the forecheckers there. And as he beats Varyanov, he flips it into the Soviet end. It's a check thrown in there by Walter. Puck is cleared along the boards. The Soviets start out now. Rьянov. By head number 13 is Ezovskih. Ezovskih over the line, fanned on the shot. He was being tied up pretty well as he got in front of that net by Brad Marsh. Now it's flipped out to center ice, and the Soviets will regroup. Bolshakov back to his own blue line. A rink-wide pass. Across center ice. Makartsev over the line now. That's Rьянов. Rьянov around the net. Rьянov being chased off the puck by Brad Marsh, who controls it. Starts out. Marsh out to center ice. And that went off the stick of Rick Patterson. Now it's cleared along the boards. A check thrown in there. Puck is still loose in the center ice area. Bouncing puck. Controlling it is Patterson. Patterson will bring it over the line now, and he shoots it into the corner. Chasing after it is Walter. Walter against the boards, but he's beaten to the puck by Fedosov, who beats it down the ice. Icing will be the call, and the face-off will be back inside the Soviet end. This is Junior World Cup Hockey on CTV. So the face-off will be to the left of the Team Canada goal. From the face-off now. Well, we're going to try it again. Here we go now. As from the face-off, it's taken into the corner by Hартсбурg around the net. And it's Brian Young trying to get it out. They flip it out to center ice. Gretzky trying to get it, but unable to control it. Now Hартсбурg again will try. Off the boards. Babbage flipping it to the line. Soviets knock it down there, and Bolshakov brings it back out to center ice. A pass over the line now for the Soviets. Rьянов. Rьянov is checked, and it's Gretzky out to center ice for Babbage. Babbage along with MacKegni over the line. Babbage checked as he crossed the line. Fedosov again making the check. He goes behind the net. Fedosov coming out of his own end now. Center ice, Fedosov carrying that puck. He clears it to the line, and the Soviet player, Ezovskih, had his head down, and he took a good check as he crossed the line. The puck rolled into the Canadian goal, and Jensen held it for another face-off. 3:14 remaining in the first half of the third period. We have a 2-2 tie here.
Here we see Fedosov, who's played a strong game for the Soviets, moving through. Gave that little sucker pass. Hартсбурg standing right up on the line as the Soviet player looked back for the puck. He got dinged pretty hard.
So the face-off In Team Canada territory as Tamboulini wins the draw from Gurdjieff behind the net now. Now here it is. Cleared to center ice and cleared right back in again by Paramonov. And back to get it once again is Marsh. That's called on icing. And again, the face-off this time in the Soviet end with 3:01 left in the first half of this period. At the 10-minute mark, they'll change ends.
Well, I've been impressed with number 3, Fedosov, for the Soviets. He was guilty early in the hockey game of throwing the puck blind out of his own zone. And but since that time, he had an assist on the tying goal that the Soviets had, and he's moved the puck very well out of his own zone. He likes to rush it himself.
From the face-off now, fanning on that shot just as it came back to him was Fraser, and the Soviets come back in now. Gurdjieff over the line. Here's a chance for the Soviets, but the shot by Makarov deflected into the crowd. And another face-off with 2:52 left in the first half of the period. And this one will be at the top rim. No, they'll put it on the face-off spot to the right of Al Jensen. So our team to change now as they have been making use of 4 lines in this game and changing quite frequently. And now they'll send out a line that will be centered by Rick Patterson as Ricky Vibe and also Pat Daly on the line.
Well, Arnie McLean, not only is he using 4 lines, but when you have that line out there, 35, 40 seconds, there's a face-off in your own zone. You don't want to get caught inside that zone with a tired line out there, so he makes a wise change.
From the face-off, McCrimmon behind his own net now, and he'll come out now and feed it off to Huber. Huber at center ice, a long lead pass. That was intended for Ryan Walter, who was breaking to the line, but the Soviets intercept, and they come back. Down over the line for the Soviets, Makarov. Makarov trying to flip it in front of the net. It's batted into the corner. And again, Team Canada with Ryan Walter leading the rush. Out to center ice, and again it's intercepted. The Soviets doing a great job of back-checking here. Gurdjieff circling back, leaves it for Kasatonov. Out to center ice once again. Soviets working to the line. This is Makarov. Makarov takes a shot. He's wide of the net. And against the boards now, Walter throws a check. McCrimmon moves in. Walter pins it in there, and it's held for another face-off. 2-2 tie. Daly and Rэмedj scoring in the first period. Kojevnikov and Gurdjieff in the second period. And what has happened here?
Well, the Soviet player, he says that he got a stick, and he's acting up a little bit, trying to draw a penalty, but the Swedish official won't have any of it. He's not listening to him. There he goes to the bench, but he's claiming a penalty, and of course, with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in this part of the third period, he's looking to draw a penalty, and of course, the penalty at this point in the hockey game with about 12 minutes left would make a big difference to the outcome.
From the face-off now, Team Canada coming out of his end. Patrick Daly up to center ice now. Back to Daly. Daly's over the line. Drops it back into the slot. Now they feed it back to the blue line. There was nobody there. Team Canada's defense very cautious right now. As back over the line comes Kojevnikov. They try to roll it into the goal mouth area. And Naramanov was written right out of the play there. Puck is pinned against the boards. Hard check thrown in there by Patrick Daly. Crowd enjoyed that. No penalty. The face-off will be to the left of the goal.
Not only was it a hard check, but the Swedish official, he blows that whistle anytime it gets near the boards. He doesn't want a little incident there.
All right, it's Hартsburg, number 4 for Team Canada. He'll carry the puck himself now as the Russians fall back. It's fed in. Back after it now. Gardner rolling it in front. Bobby Smith in the traffic, and he was unable to control it, and the goaltender covers it up. Zinnik hanging on. The face-off will be to his left with 1:33 left in the first half of this third period.
Here we have another change for Team Canada, but Bobby Smith, he's like a Peter Mahovlich. He's got that long reach, and when he has that puck, and it's like a spoon on the end, the way he has that puck on the end of a stick, and he can handle it, and he's got the moves, and with the long arms and long reach, he can move it easily to the side, and he seems to just sort of go around defenders, and it makes it very difficult for them to get at the puck.
Well, we've got the Gretzky line out there again. Let's see if they can do something in the final minute and a half here of this segment of the third period. Face-off to the left of the Soviet goal. From the face-off, the Soviets win the draw. It's cleared to the blue line to center ice now. Leading the rush is Váryanov. Over the line. Váryanov is checked on the play. Babbage gets the puck out to Gretzky. Gretzky rink wide. And here's MacKegni trying to break free, but it rolled off his stick. Now again, Team Canada regrouping as Brad Marsh brings it to the line, and again it's flipped out to center ice. Soviets seem to be lining across that blue line right now, and just as he crossed the line, Rob Rэмedж got a good hit on the blue line by Fedosov. It's called for an offside, and the faceoff will be outside the blue line with 1:08 left in this segment of the third period.
Well, both teams are playing very cautious. Of course, there's a lot at stake with the score being 2-2, and they're checking very hard, coming back on their sides, both the Soviets and Team Canada.
On the faceoff now, cleared in. Around behind the net, Fedosov for the Soviets. Fedosov clearing it out to the blue line. And less than a minute remaining now in the first half of the period before they change ends. The puck is deep in the zone. Езовских clears it out in front. They shoot, they score! Езовskих came in over the line, and as he was checked, he got it out in front of the Soviets with 51 seconds remaining in this half of the period. Have taken a 3-2 lead.
Well, here's the Soviet player going wide. There's the drop pass that comes right through the original shot on Jensen. And here Team Canada turn off the puck. And they allow the Soviet player just to come in, draw it to the side, and put it under Jensen. But they were not very alert in picking up the rebound after Jensen made the good save on the first shot. You can't let those rebounds come loose like that and then turn your back and turn off. And you've got to get that puck, get it out of the zone. But you can't leave the puck there.
Okay. So, Езовских will draw an assist. Rьянов got the goal. 3-2 now. The face-off at center ice. And Canada now is going to have to come back. Now, Team Canada. Hubert flipping it in. It's gloved by the Soviet goaltender, and he hangs on and is called for another face-off. The other assist goes to Varyanov. So, now Team Canada in a bit of a spot here, as they have had 3 straight goals scored on them after they led 2-0 in this game. This period so far has been pretty well even, but it's been a defensive period as well. Canada's going to have to open it up. The face-off now inside the Team Canada zone, moving in to try and pick up that loose puck with Schmiel. The puck is cleared along the boards and out to center ice. Huber, rink wide. McCrimmon moving up ice, flips it in at the side of the net. They leave it there. Now it's Paramonov. Clearing it along the boards and out for the Soviets to center ice. It's Makarov. Makarov over the line. The bouncing puck is knocked down. The puck is still inside the zone. Now McCrimmon. McCrimmon out to center ice. And knocked down, and Kasatonov. Back to the far side for Paramonov. Back to Kasatonov in front of his own net now. 8 seconds, 7 seconds before they change ends. And they're content apparently to control the puck in their own end. And that's it. So we've got 10 minutes of hockey left. The Soviet Union has scored, and they lead by a 3-2 margin. This is Junior World Cup hockey on CTV. 10 minutes of hockey left, and Team Canada is trailing 3-2. This is Ron Roush along with Tom Watt here at the Quebec Colizseum. As from the face-off at center ice now, it's Hартсбурg getting it over in his own zone to Brian Young. He clears it down the ice, and it's called on the icing back for a face-off in the Team Canada end. Well, the goal scored by Rьянов from Езовских and Vарянов at 9:09, and that's rather deflating in the final minute when everybody seemed to be playing quite defensively.
Well, one of the key points of defensive play in your own zone is that you never let the opposition get that second shot, and they were able to get the second shot. Jensen made a good save. The rebound came out, and he was really at the Soviet player's mercy on the rebound.
Now from the face-off, going to the corner after it. It's Pokry out in front, and fanning with it there was Kojevnikov against the boards. Gersimov, number 16, in close quarters along with Nerimanov. Comes out to center ice. Circling with it and coming back is Zubkov. He drops it off. Now it's Nerimanov. Nerimanov, number 10 for the Soviets, the handling to the line. He's over offside, and back out to center ice it'll come.
Well, not only Team Canada, but the Soviets, now that they have that 1-goal lead going in the last 10 minutes of the hockey game, they're making the quick changes now. And when you have that goal lead, you never want to get caught out there, especially in the last stages of the game with anybody that's a little tired. So you make the quick change, you try not to make a mistake, you never get caught with people out there that are too tired so they can't get back and do the job defensively.
Well, the crowd here, 6,780, exhorting Team Canada to get a goal and get back at least into a tie in this hockey game. It's from the face-off now. It's back down into the Soviet end. Fedosov around the boards to the far side is banged off the boards, and the Soviets will start out. At center ice, that's number 14, Rьянов. Over the blue line, he gets it again. Gets set, rolls it in front of the net, and it rolls right by as the forward coming in was tied up on the play. Now it's Gretzky out to center ice, bed ahead, and Unable to pick up that pass was MacKegni. The puck is in the Soviet zone. Coming right back now is Vарянов. Vарянов shooting it in. It drips over top of the net. Дженсен leaves it at the side of the net now. Behind his own net, Marsh. Marsh. Ahead, Gretzky. Gretzky ducks a check. Still has that puck. Oh, look at that move. As Jesovsky gets by Oshkovsky. Now spun around. He goes down. And crowd calling for a penalty. As Team Canada again shoots it in, offside. Player was trapped there. A little bit of a dive, I think. He was spun around in the play, but put a little extra into it, hoping to attract the attention of Wolf Lindgren, the referee.
Well, of course, part of international hockey is your ability to act, as we've all known from the Europeans. And Wayne Gretzky really was a partial dump, but he tried to draw the penalty, and of course, try to get the man advantage in the last 8 minutes of the hockey game. Your team down a goal would certainly be helpful.
On the face-off now, the Soviets bring it back out to center ice. Makarov leading the rush. Over the line, Makarov had it poked away from in. Goes back to the trailing Soviet on the play. Number 9 for the Soviets is Gurdjieff. He gets it into the corner, Skudruk, and he is checked by MacKrimmon. MacKrimmon clearing it ahead. Out to center ice, Walter. Walter's pass went astray. Soviets, Skudruk. Turning with it. Skudruk coming to the line now. Stick handling through, but he couldn't follow the puck through the defense. And it's Hартсбурg. Hартсбурg starting out for Team Canada. Hартsбурg to his own blue line to center ice. Feeds it over the line and it hopped over the stick of Walter. He'll go in deep after it. Cleared around the boards. Zubkov on the boards. Cleared rink wide at center ice. Skudruk. Skudruk around the defense now, trying to work in front of the net. He rolls it to the goal mouth. Jensen's down. He hangs on for the face-off.
Well, Skudruk has really played a pretty good hockey game, and there he shows a little disgust. He felt he was dumped as he went behind the net by Hартсбурg, but he made a pretty good move going wide, trying to cut right in front of the net. And that's what you like to see hockey players do, that as soon as they make that move wide, to go to the net, not going behind the net all the time. Go to the net, try to create the opportunity. Even if you can't score, you may create that rebound or a little confusion in front of the net. Somebody's going to put the puck home.
From the face-off now, Team Canada controlling. It's Marsh coming out of his own end now. Out to center ice for Bobby Smith. Smith shooting it in. And deep in the Soviet zone, Bolshakov behind his own net. Feeding it to the boards for Gersimov. Gersimov out at center ice. It's knocked down out there by Remmage. Remmage to the far side. Marsh clearing it right back in again. And it's called on the icing. And back will come for a face-off in the Team Canada end. Team Canada is going to have a little bit of difficulty, I imagine, in the final 7 minutes and 12 seconds of this game, just penetrating that Soviet defensive shell that they've gone into. And there's Ernie McLean of the New Westminster Bruins, who is the behind-the-bench coach for Team Canada. He is being assisted very ably by Orville Tessier of the Cornwall Royals and Gus Bodner. Face-off now, out to center ice. Gartner relaying it out there. The Soviets shoot it back to the Team Canada line. Marsh has it. Marsh flipping it in. Gartner racing in after it along with the Soviets. Bolshakov behind his own net, clearing it along the boards on the far side, but Patrick Дейли keeps it in. They poke away at it now. Bobby Smith moving in, and it's poked back out to center ice. Marsh waiting for his mates to get on side. Flips it in, and the Soviets just clear out to center ice once again. And just recovering there as he nearly lost balance was Rob Remmage. He finally shot it back, hooked it back to goaltender Al Jensen, who hung on to it for the face-off. 6:39 left now, 3-2. The Soviet Union is leading.
Well, this is about the third or fourth time in this portion of the third period that the Soviets have been able to get a face-off inside Team Canada's zone. And when they control that puck from the face-off, this makes it tough for Team Canada to get any kind of offense rolling. But they've got to try to get the puck in the other end of the barn and get something going to get back in this hockey game.
On the face-off again, inside Team Canada territory. And Gretzky from the face-off controls it, brings it to the blue line now, circling away from the checking. Controls the puck again as he kicked it ahead, then flipped it over the blue line. Here's a shot right on, taken by MacKegni. And Tishnik down on his knees to make the first really tough save he's had to make in this half of the period. So the face-off to the right of the Soviet goal. Gretzky facing off against Vарянов. Vарянов a little anxious there from the face-off now. Gretzky goes after it in the corner. It's chopped back to the blue line. Hартсбурg had trouble as he partially fanned on it. It's poked out to center ice by Езовских. Over the line now, and the Soviet forward ran into the linesman. That was Rьянов. And now the puck is cleared back out to the center ice area. Here's Gretzky going over the line. Gretzky 2-on-1. Gretzky getting set, and again. That's the second time that Fedosov has taken it away from him. As he tried to make that little deke, and Fedosov just simply would not go for it.
Well, Wayne Gretzky's a little upset with himself. He had time to pass the puck to Babbage early. Then the defender got in the way, and he didn't trust making the pass. He tried to draw it to the side, wait till the defender went by him, get his shot away, but he wasn't able to control the puck and get the shot. He's a little upset with himself, but Wayne Gretzky is certainly an exciting hockey player and a dangerous hockey player every time he's got the puck, and I think we may see some heroics for him before this hockey game's over with.
From the face-off now, back to the point. Remmedge takes a shot, and that just drifts wide of the net, deflecting. Now bringing it out to center ice for the Soviets. It's Skurchuk. He gets it over the line, but Team Canada coming right back up now. Walter along the left board, shoots it in, race for the puck as Schmiel goes in. He can't reach it before the Soviets control and shoot it down the ice. And going back for it now, no icing on the play as they wave it off. Brad Marsh behind his own net, starting out. Feeds it to Remmedge. Remmedge at center ice for Team Canada. He'll shoot it in now as Team Canada breaks in. It goes around the boards to the far side. Walter trying to get it out in front. Here's the shot for the point. It's loose in front. And Remmedge was unable to get it right through the defense. Here's another shot, and blocking it in front is Paramonov. Now the Soviets come out. At center ice, it's Makarov. Makarov to the far boards. Makarov still with that puck. Now flips it rink wide, chases it in himself. Feeds it in front. It's intercepted. And coming out is Brad Marsh now. Marsh at center ice, flipping it through the defense, cutting in around the defense, and going in is Pатерсон. And it's called offside, and we'll have a face-off outside the blue line.
Well, the little deflection just in front of the blue line caused the offside. It was a very close play. The fans not too happy about it. But Team Canada pressing their passes a little bit, trying to get that breakaway pass. The breakaway man was going to tie this hockey game up, but it was unfortunate, just a stride offside on the deflection.
So the face-off will be on the spot at center ice now. Bobby Smith facing off against the Soviets. Alexander Kojevnikov from the face-off. The Soviets control. Coming down to the line is Naramanov. Now one man back as he tried to get around Hартсбурg. Hартсбурg chases him into the corner, and it's Дейли. Дейli digging it out now. Дейli with the line, feeding it straight up ice. Bobby Smith trying to control it. Unable to, is circling back into his own end now. It's Naramanov. Paramonov dropping it off. It's clear to center ice. Hартсбурg stick handling his way past one man, but now moving up over the line is Naramanov. Naramanov over to this side. Gersimov, and he shot it across the goal mouth, but right past Naramanov. The Soviets still have it, however. Kojevnikov going around the net, rolls it through the goal crease. There's nobody there. Naramanov out to the point now. Zubkov makes a good move, works to the corner. Zubkov being checked on the play. He gets behind the net. Hартсбурg fights off a check. One ends the puck and brings it out. He goes down. Over the line it comes offside, and it'll be brought back out for a face-off outside the Soviet line.
Well, the fans aren't too happy with that play. They feel that Hартsбурg was really dumped and interfered with, but with 4:12 remaining in the hockey game and a one-goal game, it's like Hudson's Bay rules. You'll have to hit them right over the top of the head with your stick before they're going to call a penalty. They're going to allow quite a few things to go in such a tight game as this.
Well, they've managed to throttle Wayne Gretzky and his group so far this game. Let's see what happens on this particular shift. It's from the face-off now. It's over the line in Team Canada territory. Making a check along the boards was MacKegni, but it's fed deep into the Team Canada end where Brad Marsh has it behind his own net. Marsh stick handling his way to the blue line ahead for Gretzky, and he couldn't knock it down. Gretzky bats it down over the blue line. Going after it as Gretzky, down goes the Soviet player, and it's called for a face-off in the Soviet end. I believe to the right of the Soviet goaltender, Alexander.
Well, this is a very important face-off with 3:49 remaining in the hockey game. If Team Canada can control this face-off, gain possession of the puck, this Gretzky line is very dangerous anytime they're inside the blue line.
On the face-off now, Gretzky rolled it into the slot with nobody there as Babbage was turned around on the play. Babbage and Babbage was very, very upset, but I hope he controls his temper here. He shoved Fedosov. Holding will be the call, and Team Canada has its opportunity.
Well, he did control his temper, and fortunately the official made the signal early so that he saw there was going to be a penalty to the Soviet player. He controlled his temper because he really was taken in hard to the boards. We're going to see it here, but it was very important. Here is the Soviet player taking Babbage to the boards. There he's getting that hand and fist a little high, taking him in with his head into the glass. There you see the official. Babbage, oops, that's my helmet. He's going to come fighting back, but fortunately held his temper. Team Canada has the man advantage with 3:41 remaining.
There it is, 16-19, finish off for holding. Now let's look at the crowd on the edge of its seats now as the Gretzky line, I think, will remain out there. Not Fedosov, by the way, it's Езовских.
One thing I can't understand is why the face-off is outside the blue line at this point. The infraction occurred and inside the blue line, and why it isn't in there is a mystery to me. Really, the face-off should be in the far corner.
Gretzky's trying to figure it out himself, and he sort of waved his hand at the referee, but to no avail, as Rэмedž now has it from the face-off. Hubert over the line now, working into the corner. They're right out in front. MacKegni going in the corner after this hill there. Face-off this time. What a chance for Babbage.
Well, I like that Tony MacKegni. Babbage, of course, had the shot in front of the net, but Tony MacKegni is a hockey player who digs in the corners. He gets possession of that puck. He can make the good pass. He's an unselfish hockey player, and he's been setting up both Gretzky and Babbage. He's a real good digger and can get that puck loose. Soviet players went to the bench, and really you're not allowed to do that. The Team Canada claiming a delay of the game penalty, and I don't know why all those four defenders all went to the bench.
All right, from the face-off, Gretzky again tries to control it. It's golfed down the ice by the Soviet defender. And back to get it now for Team Canada will be Willie Huber. Huber behind his own net now. Gretzky, here he comes. Wayne Gretzky, up the right towards the center ice. The crowd beginning to roar as he beats it over the line. Great pass to MacKegni. MacKegni circles in the corner now. MacKegni back to Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net. Gretzky looking for Babbage out in front, and he hooked right onto a Soviet stick, and it's cleared out to center ice. Rэмedž circling with it at center ice. Rэмedž still with that puck to the line, and he tried to get it over the line. Now it's over the line to Babbage. Babbage shooting it in. Bounces behind the net. The goaltender is out. He leaves it there for Fedosov. He goes around the boards. He's checked on the play. The puck is loose. Soviets controlling, and it's out to center ice. Bringing it down ice is Makarov. He gets a shot away. Good save by Jensen. He leaves it there for Babbage. Babbage coming up ice now. Babbage leading the rush. Babbage down over the line. Babbage tried to go around the defense. The defense checked him. Still inside the zone. Gretzky after it. Gretzky in against the boards. Gretzky back out to the point now. Rэмedž keeping it in. The shot. Here's Rэмedž again, and he drifted it wide. On the far boards, Huber. Trying to find a man now. Goes rink wide to Rэмedž. Rэмedž shooting, and it's blocked by the defense and cleared out to center ice by Fedosov. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Behind his own net, that's Huber. Leaving it there. Around the net, and coming out is Bobby Smith. Smith at center ice. And they have called what has happened here. Too many men on the ice, I believe. Let's see. They've blown the whistle. They've blown the play dead.
Well, it is a too many men on the ice call, but I can say this was a very cheap call because when Bobby Smith went around the net and picked up possession of the puck, I counted them because I could see that was the call by the official, but it was very, very doubtful that there were too many men on the ice. And when you have possession of the puck, in your own zone, and the player is going to the bench, there should never be called too many men on the ice.
Well, there's the announcement. Too many men on the ice, the bench penalty, and Willie Huber will serve this one, and Team Canada now will play the next 11 seconds even strength with the Soviets, and then I don't know what they're going to have to do, whether they'll pull a goaltender and just try and play even strength and control their play down inside the zone or what. But we'll see now as it unfolds. Play underway now. It's coming straight up ice for Team Canada. That's Brad Marsh. He beats it into the Soviet end now. Going after it behind the net. Soviets controlling it out to the point. Here's a shot by Marsh. It just trips wide of the net. On the far side now. Marsh going in after it. Clears it behind the net. Bobby Smith overskated the puck. And the puck is against the boards. Cleared out to center ice. Moving to the line again. Rэмedž unable to get free. There was a player trapped offside. In any case, the Soviets just keep checking now as Nerimanov puts it into the Team Canada zone. Starting out now, Bobby Smith leading the rush. Canada's playing a man short. Over the line, Bobby Smith gets it again. It's hooked away from him, and the Soviets will come right back. At center ice, Makarov over to the far boards now. Team Canada moves in. Bobby Smith covers up. Less than a minute remaining now. As Smith at center ice, works his way to the line. He's checked, gets over the line, but is pulled right back again. Those Soviets, they're just outmanning Team Canada by 1 and lining up on the blue line. Now, at center ice, trying to control it is Rэмedж. He bangs it off the boards, over the line. MacKegni all alone in front. He was hooked from behind. Good defensive play there, made by Makarov in the zone, and it's called for a face-off with 36 seconds remaining.
Well, of course, it was Wayne Gretzky again. Always dangerous. When he had that puck, he just slipped it between the legs of the Soviet defender. Over to MacKegni. MacKegni didn't see the pass coming, and he had it on his backhand in front of the net, but he wasn't able to get enough wood on it, but it was a great opportunity. And, of course, who do you have out there? 36 seconds left. Taking the draw. Always dangerous inside the Soviet end. Wayne Gretzky.
36 seconds left, and Al Jensen will remain in his net. Of course, Canada will play a man short to the end of this hockey game, barring a further penalty.
Well, it's really a little stray, although perhaps the goal spread in this tournament, which is very, very important. Each goal, no matter what the difference is in the hockey game, counts in the final analysis for team positions.
On the face-off now, it's all the way down the ice. Icing will be the call, and they wasted about 5 seconds on that, and back into the Soviet end again for a face-off.
Actually, it was unfortunate because Team Canada won the draw, but it was one right between the defenders, and they weren't able to get possession inside the blue line.
All right, Gretzky will face off there. No, he's coming off the ice now, I believe, or he's coming to the bench.
Well, here we have Pатерсон. Looks like Pатерson may take the draw here, and like they did, Ernie McLean has taken his goaltender out.
Well, with 31 seconds left, Al Jensen has played a pretty good game for Team Canada. Victimized by kind of a fluke goal. Otherwise, stood his ground very well.
Well, it looks like if Pатерson takes the draw here, the right shot on his forehand to the net, as they did at the end of the second period, he may just try to slip that puck through, and Bobby Smith, you see him in front of the net, he may go to the net. Let's see. Whoops, he tried to.
Face-off, they lost the draw, and Soviet Union now will try and find a hole and shoot it towards the Team Canada net. Down the ice it goes, after it, and called on the icing again. And it'll come back. It's the one thing about this icing rule. If the Soviets ice it, you can just stand there and wait for it to cross that red line. They don't have to regroup or go down and touch it.
Well, the automatic icing, it does cause a few more whistles in the game. I think what they try to get away is some of those people, when they're rushed to touch the puck after it goes over the red line, where you have the collisions, it causes a little bit of a hassle. But here we have Pатерson again, the draw. Let's see if he goes to the net.
22 seconds left from the face-off now behind the net. Fedosov goes cleared back down the ice. And going after it and picking it up there is Marsh. Marsh behind his net. He starts out now. Marsh feeding it along the boards out to center ice. He fed it right onto the stick of Fedosov, and he hit the post. Fedosov shot it in from center ice and hit the post. Now Bobby Smith at center ice. With no time left. And the game is over. The Soviet Union has beaten Team Canada by a score of 3-2.
Well, there we see a happy Soviet crew going over to congratulate their goaltender, Chinnik. They played a very good hockey game. Actually, they were outshot by 2, a very close game, 25-23 in the game.
All right, final score then. The Soviet Union edging out Team Canada 3-2. This is Junior World Cup Hockey on CTV.